Hey everybody, it's Nicole and welcome back to another video by Just Nick. Today's video is a process video featuring the May Hip Kits from Hip Kit Club. Oh, that's hard for me to say, I don't know why. Here's a page I made using one of the free cut files I've started to create for the Hip Kit forum. So if you're a member of the Hip Kit Club community, you have access to these files. And so I created that kind of happy sentiment, and I just wanted to make it into a background, so I just multiplied it a few times on my page. And I'm just using some of the 6x6 Chicken80 paper pad papers that were in the, I believe it's the embellishment add-on actually. And I'm just picking some of those papers, and I'm going to fill that middle happy word with paper, and the rest I'm going to leave white and just put on a white background. So there's a couple ways to do this, obviously. The easy way would be to do it right in my silhouette, but I thought because that thin outline around the middle word happy there was pretty thin, normally I would do like the offset feature in my silhouette, but because that line's so thin, I didn't want to kind of do that. So I took the hard way, and that is to basically cut around the word happy, and then I used that same paper that I trimmed out, and I'm just layering it over top of another paper and trimming all the way around. And I'm going to repeat that, so I have 6 different filled in happies, all different kind of patterns. And then just because sometimes when when you do that, it doesn't quite line up, you may have to do a little bit of trimming around as necessary. So you can see I'm just kind of repeating this all the way around, and then I'm going to fill in those words. So yeah, this is a free cut file that I made, just something really simple, and there's another one coming out. That one was released last Friday. I think there's another one coming out next weekend. Every 2 weeks there'll be a freebie. So if you have any ideas or something you'd like, let me know. Leave me a comment. I'm not going to bore you with the whole filling up every single piece of this, I don't think, anyway, but it actually goes pretty quick. I kind of find this therapeutic. Most people, this would drive them crazy, filling in all those things, but I put on Pitch Perfect or whatever, and I just sit there and go to town filling in my shapes, and it's kind of fun for me. It's the whole process. So I'm just going to add some adhesive, and I plan to stick this just to the left side of my page. So I'm just going to do that. And then the adhesive that I use, you could use liquid adhesive to stick that down, but I'm pretty impatient, I guess, so I just use this little cheap dot tape runner I got from Walmart, actually, and it rubs off, so if you get any extra adhesive on your page, you can just rub it off, which is what I was kind of doing there. So I'm just tucking in some adhesive underneath some of those loose ends, and then what I'm going to do, I'm not going to show you, is I stitch down through that middle, the bottom scripty happy, I believe is where I've sewn, and I just go through later and I'm going to sew that down. But for now I'm going to decide. I really like these papers in the kit. There's a good mix of pink paisley and these Chicken80s, and they actually really go Chicken80. They go well together, the pink paisley, that kind of lemon slice kind of citrusy paper, and all these different patterns from the 6x6 Chicken80 paper pad. So I'm just cutting up some scraps, and I thought I would just do like some 2x2 inch squares along the edge, but then I thought, oh, they're kind of large to like what I have in my head is not having large squares, so I'm actually go back and I trim them down, and I think I kind of ended up doing a bit of a random size. I started with 1 inch, and then I did some that are 1.5 inches. And then as you see in a minute or so here, that I change it up and I actually use some skinnier pieces instead. And when I'm laying out the pieces of paper, I'm kind of trying to decide, I'm trying to not put like wood grain against wood grain and blue against blue and pink against pink. So I'm kind of trying to keep that in my mind as I place the papers down, just to kind of not randomize the, there you go, skinnier papers there. Just kind of mixing up the color so that there's not a whole bunch of green or a whole bunch of pink or whatnot in one area. So that's kind of my thinking on it. So that's kind of how I end up things there. It's just a whole random pieces of paper along the edge, and it's really good if you're at the end of your kit and you want to fill up a background pretty quick. This is a great way to do it because, I'm not great with measuring. I don't really measure a whole lot, so I think I like how that turned out. And so I'm just going to go ahead. Here's where I'm going to do some of my stitching. I end up stitching all the way up, down the... That was fast, hey? Whew! Magic of video. I end up stitching across the word happy and down that pattern paper line, I'm going to call it, that little column on the right-hand side. And then from there, the rest of it's actually... It's a lot of stuff, and now I wish I wouldn't have put so much stuff on this page, but I'm just going to make kind of like a photo block grouping with a bunch of paper here. These are the pink Paisley Citrus Bliss papers, so pretty. I love that gray floral, such a pretty paper. And I'm just going to kind of layer some of the vellum that's in the kit with some of the papers. There's actually 2 vellums in the kit this month. There's this plain vellum, which is in the cardstock add-on. And then there's also a numerical gold vellum. And I wish I remembered who that was from. I think it might be Dear Lizzie or Amy Tangerine. I'm not sure. Excuse me. But it's a really good one. So I'm going to add some of that in there too. And I really like this little pink polka dot. That's a Dear Lizzie. I think that's fine and dandy. I'm terrible with remembering names of papers these days, but I like the kind of the little dot picks up some of the pink in the other Chicken80 papers, and so I like that one. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that. And what? Oh, I'm sewing that together. Yes, of course, because I had a little bit of adhesive, and I'm just sewing my layers together just to kind of give it a little bit more texture. Can't really see it, but in real life you can. So I'm going to strip those threads away, and I'm going to have my photo. This is another one of those photos, if you watched my last couple of videos, that I've ripped off layouts. And this one here, my daughter is about 2 years old, and this is at my son's preschool. Here, you can see my old adhesive. My son's preschool kind of wrap-up party when he graduated preschool a couple of years ago. Actually, several years ago. So, it's so cute. I wish her hair was that short again. She will not let me cut it now. Now that she's 6, she thinks that she needs to have long, long hair, and I'm okay with that because my mom always cut my hair really short. So I told her, though, she needs to keep it brushed, and, she doesn't seem to want to do that all the time, so she looks kind of like a ragamuffin is what I tell her. Sometimes she needs to keep it brushed and out of her face. And I guess maybe I could just get some bangs. That would be good, but her hair is a bit of a natural curl, as you can kind of see in that photo. When her hair was short, it was like pretty curly. So I'm not sure how that would go with bangs, but anyway, I'm just there's that vellum I added in behind, and I'm going to add in this chipboard here from Citrus Bliss, which is super awesome. I love that sticker pack that has chipboard pieces and frames and everything. I have another layout in my brain already, just sitting here, what I want to do with the rest of that sticker pack. So I'm going to use some of the die cuts too and the chipboard here just to make my title. And then I'm going to trim out one of the number 2 from that gold vellum, gold printed vellum, and I'm just going to use that later on as an embellishment. And so I just cut that out of that middle of that paper. That's just sitting behind my photo. And so I'll just put that aside for now. And now I'm just going to play around with a few embellishments, and my page is basically done. So I love these little clips. These are so cute, these little metallic clips. They kind of bring me back to the 10 years ago when I was scrapbooking and making memories would have little metallic clips like that. And I liked them then, and I like them now. I think this one's super cool. It would be nice if it was silver. I feel like a shiny silver would be kind of cool with like an epoxy heart on there or epoxy something. And these Dear Lizzie tags, I'm going to tie just the ribbon on. Can't have an empty hole, even including buttons. I can't leave like an empty hole. It drives me crazy. It's just one of those things. I don't know why. So I have to put some twine or epoxy dots or something in there. And look, I ripped my 2. That's okay. I piece it back together with a glue dot, and then all is good in my world. And these, I'm going to add in some of these puffy stickers from Evolicious that are in the kit. There's a couple different ones in the kits this month. And I really like these circles, and they're nice and bright and colorful. And there's some really pretty flowers this time, which I thought was fun. So I'm going to add that, and I kind of play around with the chipboard hearts, thinking I might want to do that. And I kind of just play around with some things, but I'm realizing at this point that I already have like quite a bit of stuff. So I just want to add some flowers to make it a little bit more girly, and just to kind of getting smaller and smaller with my embellishments. So I start with the bigger ones, and then I work my way down to smaller size. So that's pretty much like I think the main amount of it. The one thing I did want to add is I want to use these chickenady stamps. So I really like the today word that's on there. And I thought, well, that's just something nice to add that's simple and small and not, wow in your face, that I could add to that kind of pattern paper border there. So I just took some black ink and stamped that. And then I realized I had all these die cuts I wanted to use from Pink Paisley, and I decided to add some of the little lemon slices in there. Sometimes I get so caught up and there's just so much nice stuff in the kits that I just want to use all of it. And that's a problem because, you really shouldn't use all of it all at once. Then it becomes like a sticker sneeze type situation. And I highly get close to that situation in this layout, I think. The background is kind of busy with the happy, happy, happy. And then if you add too much embellishments, it just doesn't look right. And I think I'm on the border here, but I really like the background, how it turned out. It's a really easy cut file, so hopefully you have access to the Facebook group, and if you don't, you should check us out and check out the kits. This month's kits are like amazing. I think the May ones, I like them every month, but this one I really particularly like. All the embellishments and papers that Kimberly picked out are super awesome. Anyway, here is some shots on my finished page. Here's that close-up of the die-cut background words there, and those pretty, pretty pink paisley embellishments, and my finished page. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to check out more of my work, stop by my blog at justnix.blogspot.com. And I hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching.